When you are so emotionally overwhelmed, it's impossible to think clearly and make best choices and decisions for you and for your family.
The bottom line spirit of having the right professionals is to save you money, not to cost you more money because you have to pay them, because in the long run, it is going to be done properly.
And you can be surrounded by a great group of people that are on your side, in your corner, and rooting for you and helping you to move forward and to create a life that is filled with joy and energy and purpose and excitement. Divorce can be emotionally and financially overwhelming. That's why I'm teaming up with Sunny Wishart, president and founder of a la carte Financial and a certified financial planner. We will show you how to understand all things money without feeling ashamed, overwhelmed, embarrassed. You will learn more, ask questions. No question is a dumb question. Welcome to Money with Sunny. Let's get into it. Welcome to Money with Sunny. My name's Wendy Rovers. I'm a divorce coach and founder of Divorce Thrive. Welcome Sunny Wishart, an advice-only financial planner at a la carte Financial. Today, we're going to talk to you about bringing the right people into your corner and on your side during the transition of divorce. How important it is, who those people might be, and how you'll save money if you have the right people on your team. So who are the right people to bring into our corner while we're transitioning through divorce, Sunny?
Well, first of all, hi everyone. So I sat there and I was making this list and I'm thinking, everyone, you're just going to want everyone. And the bottom line spirit of having the right professionals is to save you money, not to cost you more money because you have to pay them, because in the long run, it is going to be done properly or it's going to be done more efficiently. And you are not going to end up spending as much money over time. So I have this laundry list, but Wendy brought up such a great point that when you're in divorce, you're just going to want to start with your divorce coach because all these other professionals I'm thinking of come as the repercussions of divorce or the aftermath of dealing with the asset.
Mm-hmm.
So first you got to sort through a whole heck of a lot more than just the assets when you're in this transition. Call it transition.
And as a divorce coach, how I help and bringing a divorce coach onto your team is important because we'll help you to navigate the business side of divorce and the emotional side of divorce. When you are so emotionally overwhelmed, it's impossible to think clearly and make best choices and decisions for you and for your family. Working with a divorce coach will save you money because you will bring to the table questions, clear thoughts, clear processes. You'll have an idea of where you're headed. You'll have an idea of where you are right now, and you'll be able to bring your best self to the table. That's going to save you money. That's going to help you transition through divorce in the best way possible. So when I'm working with a client, one of the first people that I recommend they speak to is a financial expert. I think that many people think the first person they should speak with is a lawyer, and it's close. Sure, you do need a lawyer, and that the conversation is at the same time. But I recommend, and I speak to many women, that they understand their finances because many women have spent years and years taking care of the kids, managing the household, uh, buying the groceries, and working outside of the home. And it's often the men that are looking after the money. So get your money organized. And I would recommend they speak to someone like yourself, Sunny. So why is it important for a woman who's transitioning through divorce to speak with someone like you first Why is this so important?
Mhm. There's a couple reasons. Some of the most pressing things we're working on are uncoupling your finances. And that can be very delicate.
Hmm.
And it's not easy. You've been running a house as a house, and now you've got to go back to running it solo. So you need to uncouple all these things in a very strategic manner because you need to be cognizant of protecting your credit, protecting any from defaults on any payments. It's all about kind of protecting, but transitioning to your own banking, your own self, and back to you. And it's not quick. So that's one of the reasons is we start kind of with that. And sometimes there's some concerns, like there's a lot of debt. What am I going to do with this? So we need to talk about strategies around how to manage everything during this transition. It could be a lot, it could be simple, it could be, you know. And then the other thing that I find during divorce, a lot of women like to do is paint the picture of just what is it going to look like when I'm by myself
Hmm.
or with or without kids, right? So I'm can I rent this place? Can I keep this place? Can I
Hmm.
buy this place? So I go through and I just paint the picture. Say, okay, this is what it looks like if you're to exit the home. Very rough strokes. Of course, we don't know exactly how you're going to land at the end because the ink hasn't dried. But to just paint the picture, this is you renting, and this is what it will look like financially for you. This is you staying in the home, or this is you buying a different home.
Hmm.
Um, and we can look at all three because sometimes it's just that unknown of, am I going to land myself in a sticky situation when I'm already dealing with so
Yeah,
much?
exactly. And I love that. Working with clients, it's the first person that I recommend they speak with. Get your finances organized, get your finances, build an understanding of where you're at. Because until you know where you're at, you can't know where you're going. And then to paint the picture of staying in your home, leaving your home, this is the reality of your financial situation. You need to understand where you're at and what is realistic. And that's where the emotions come in because we don't want to leave our home. So many women don't want to leave their home, and so many women go broke because of that. And and then they're stranded and they're stuck and they can't afford to be there. And if you can't afford to be in your home, you need to understand that sooner than later. And you can create a home anywhere. Home is four walls. Home is where you hang your heart. And this is something that I have conversations about this all the time. So great. So a divorce coach, a financial expert. What about an accountant? It's important to bring an accountant onto your team because your tax situation will change during separation and then after divorce. So understanding that is very important.
Yeah, that's right. So when you file your taxes, like when are you filing as divorced versus continuing as married? So there's some strategies around that and qualifying for certain benefits and credits.
Hmm.
So having someone who's up to speed on the Income Tax Act and can help you with those things, and someone who's looking at your whole picture too. Make sure the accountant isn't, they're looking at the whole picture. It could save you thousands.
Hmm. Absolutely. And then you need to bring a lawyer onto your team and into your corner. So you need to decide whether you're going to do it yourself, mediate, collaborate, litigate. There's different ways to transition through divorce from a legal perspective. And these are questions that you'll put together with myself, and you can figure out what the best avenue is for yourself and your family. And you can speak to your lawyer. How much is this going to cost? How much does it cost every time I speak with you? What does it look like? You can find a lawyer that you connect with that has the same values and interests that you do, and you can work with them. And there's a lot of lawyers to choose from, and you can find one that is right for you. Yeah, that's really important. I think you may want to bring a therapist into your corner. If you have any mental health issues or any past traumas that you're dealing with, a therapist will help you to dive into past traumas and really understand why you are where you are right now. So maybe a therapist is a good idea. Maybe you need a therapist for your children, a child therapist. Maybe you need to bring into your corner a real estate agent or a mortgage broker. And Sunny, it has many connections there. Bring in a real estate agent or a mortgage broker. And if I was going to speak to a real estate agent or a mortgage broker, what would I be speaking to them about, Sunny?
Yeah, definitely a lot of considerations. So, there are real estate agents who do specialize in selling the marital home.
Mm-hmm.
So you kind of want to keep an eye for someone who gets the nuances of this division. You don't want anything falling through the cracks on closing day.
Mm-hmm.
And someone who gets it from their wheelhouse, they are going to walk you through making sure you're super prepared for a neat and tidy closing day because you don't want that. And then on the flip side, you've got if you're doing some borrowing, you need a proper mortgage agent or broker that is, again, understands your whole picture and what you're doing, and they can offer you the right product that is going to be right for you
Mm-hmm.
going forward. There are a lot of interesting things. So, like, it's not just I need to get a mortgage and I have to qualify. That's where we all start and we think that's it. But if you're say staying in the home and you're feeling a little unsure about if I can afford to stay in the home, but I want to give it a kick in the can, I want to try. Your mortgage agent can look at doing things like a 1 year mortgage. So you're not all stuck.
Mm-hmm.
They just stick you in their cookie cutter 5 year mortgage. That may not be right for you. And that is not always the answer. They can put you in an open mortgage. Say you're up for renewal but you're newly separated. You're not ready to sell the home or figure out what to do with the home yet.
Mm-hmm.
They can stick you in an open mortgage at renewal. Yeah, they're not cheap, but it's right for you during transition. So you have to have an agent or broker that's listening to you, listening to where you're at, and is going to get you in the product that isn't going to cost you, if you're in that 5 year mortgage, you're stuck, and then they want a $30,000 penalty.
Mm-hmm.
That's a lot of money.
Mm-hmm.
So having someone who's listening to where you're at and sticking you in that, and just for now, here you go.
Exactly. Yeah, that's perfect. So it's really important to bring the right who's, the right people into your corner during this time. If you have the right people surrounding you, then you'll have the right information, you'll be more knowledgeable, you'll be able to lean on all the professionals to make sure that you're headed in the right direction. Listen, we you don't have to be alone during this time. And you can be surrounded by a great group of people that are on your side, in your corner, and rooting for you and helping you to move forward and to create a life that is filled with joy and energy and purpose and excitement. One relationship is not who you are. You're much more than that. And you can create a team of people around you right now during this challenging, difficult time that'll just lift you up. And, the sky's the limit. Yeah. Sunny, any final words for us today?
No, I like the sky's the limit. That's the best one.
Sky's the limit. I mean, you've got this, girlfriend. Exactly. Okay, it's been great chatting with you today. And until next time, you are awesome. You're perfect just the way that you are, and you are loved.